Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning meditation and prayer time. My name is Reverend Rafe Ellis, and I am the Senior Minister and Spiritual Director, leader at the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is March 16th. I am endowed with the perfection of God. And the scriptural reference that it starts with this morning is Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. And we can gender neutralize that with be ye perfect, even as your source, Creator, which is in heaven, is perfect. And so the reading begins. When Jesus said, Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Creator which is in heaven, within you, is perfect, he was telling us that there is a perfection at the center of all things, which, recognized, will spring into being. We must learn to identify ourselves with this perfection, to so accept it that it is real to us, and to see and to so live that it may be expressed through us. Every organ, action, and function of our physical body is rooted in spiritual perfection, from which draws its life. If this were not true, we could not be here. No matter how imperfect the appearance may be, or painful or discordant, there is still an underlying perfection, an inner wholeness, a complete and perfect life, which is God. Therefore, I say to my physical body, be ye therefore perfect, because you already are perfect in the divine sight. There is one life. That life is God. That life is your life now. This life circulates through you. It animates your whole being. You are one with its peace and wholeness. There is no inaction in this divine life. There is no stoppage, nor hindrance, nor obstruction to it. And whatever may seem to be to the contrary is false. For I am identifying my physical body with the body of pure spirit. I am opening my mind as a channel for the realization of the divine presence. I affirm it and accept it. There is nothing in me that can deny or reject it. Because God is perfect, I am perfect. Quietly, I affirm and reaffirm these simple statements, until they sink into my consciousness and become a habit, pattern of thought, which is no longer rejected. With complete conviction, I accept the wholeness of spirit, and as I do, I identify myself and everything that I am with the harmony and the perfection and the wholeness of the life of God. So let's take that into our time of meditation and contemplation. with this breath, the breath that is life breathing me. I recognize God, Spirit, Buddha, Allah, the great mystery, whatever we call it. I recognize that it exists, that it is here now, that it is now. I recognize that there is only one life. I recognize that life is God. I recognize God is the singular source and substance of all creation. I recognize God as absolute reality, as consciousness itself, as beingness. I recognize that it is pure peace, that it is infinite abundance, that it is absolute intelligence, pure joy, beauty, peace, power, presence. It thinks my thoughts, it dreams my dreams, it breathes my breath. It is the essence of me traveling in this physical body that is known in the infinite as Rafe Ellis. I recognize that I am always unified with this one, that being born out of it, by it, being surrounded by it and infused with it, I recognize the inseparable truth of my creation, my existence, my beingness. I recognize that what is true of me is true of all. And so all life is this one magnificent everything, individualized in form, to expand the divine's experience of itself. And so every breath in every being is God breathing itself, sustaining itself, nurturing itself. Every desire is a desire of the infinite. And so in this moment, I remember again, I bring back consciously, intentionally, in my thoughts, the wholeness of life itself. I remind my body of its perfection, that everything that it needs lives, moves, and has its being within it. And I open the flow of my mind to new patterns, to new habits, to new ways of being in this physical body that uplift the body and uplift all of humanity. I speak my word this morning, uplifting every body temple that is experiencing a challenge at any level. That each individualized expression of the divine is remembers in consciousness, in awareness, that they are the very perfection of life itself. That we each remember that there is only one life, that life is God, and that God is our life now. That we remind our body that God is our body, that God is our breath, that God is all of the bodily functions that make our body a body. We remind ourselves that everything works in harmony as one whole operation. And so we listen to what is out of alignment. And we open to change the patterns in this physical realm, to bring everything into alignment, to serve this physical body so that this physical body may serve us. Living in the law of reciprocity, living in the law of circulation. Living in the truth of perfection. And knowing that my word spoken, that my word is the word of the infinite. It is that creative power, that creative agency that each is infused with, being created out of the substance that contains that agency, that authority. And so I stand on the agency of creation itself. And I create in alignment with it. I use this one whole everything in alignment with itself. I say yes to those divine nudges no matter where they lead. I say yes to fully expressing all of me. All of me. And I am grateful. I'm grateful for the law. For law. Law being an aspect of this one, never separate from it, simply a different aspect of this one creator, this activity of creation. Law is the activity that responds to the heart's desire, that responds to what is held in consciousness, in thought, moved into it. So the perfect activity responds and makes it so. And leads us in the paths of righteousness, rightness, that follows the trail of manifestation. Grateful. Grateful that there is no waiting period other than this human realm. And so I celebrate that every desire is complete in manifestation now. Right now. And right now. And right now. Because now is all there is. Ah, what a relief, what a joy, what a peace comes over me as I allow myself to experience the power and the belief and the faith of the completeness of the whole. And so knowing it is complete, feeling that it is complete, seeing the results before I see the results. I call it faith. I call it celebration. I call it wonderful, marvelous magnificence. And I let go. And when I say I let go, I mean the human agenda. Any need to try to control or coerce or make something happen. I let go. because it's already happened. It's already done. There's nothing for me to do to manifest the desires of my heart, but rather to recognize the path of unfoldment, get on it, say yes to it, and so I do. I allow the path to unfold before me as I put my feet down. I say yes. 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 Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is.